The 87-year-old man who stormed Normandy sat frozen. The teenager who spat in his face was laughing. The diner went silent. Then 10 Harley-Davidsons shook the windows. Frank Morrison woke at 6:47 a.m. His body kept military time for 68 years. At 87, he reached for the wooden box containing his Purple Heart and Bronze Star. He pinned both to his chest. This was remembrance. By 8:30, Frank entered Lou's diner like every Saturday for 12 years. Since Margaret passed, this became his family. Karen poured his coffee. He wore his medals for a reason he couldn't explain. Miles away, Marcus Rodriguez led the Iron Guardians, all veterans. Former Marine gunnery sergeant, 3 Iraq tours. Their motto, no veteran stands alone. Jake Castellano, 19, burst in with 3 friends, still buzzing from partying. Phone recording, he approached Frank. "You get those at a thrift store, old man?" Frank replied quietly, "I earned them in France, son." Jake slid into Frank's booth uninvited. "My grandfather was in the war." "You guys didn't do shit." Frank leaned forward. "Your grandfather would be ashamed of you, son." Jake's friends chanted, "Do it." "Do it." Jake stood and spat. It landed on the Purple Heart. The diner gasped. Frank sat motionless, trembling with trauma. Karen texted Marcus, "Veteran disrespected. Please." They turned toward town. Jake fled, shouting, "I'm posting this." 10 Harley-Davidsons roared into the lot, forming a wall. Marcus approached Jake with quiet authority. "What's your name, son?" "Jake, did you serve?" "No." Marcus spoke clearly. "That man is Frank Morrison." He landed on Omaha Beach, first wave. The Purple Heart, shrapnel still in his spine 80 years later. "That's who you spat on." Marcus retrieved a faded photograph from Frank. "Recognize him?" Jake stared at the young soldier in WW2 uniform. His eyes widened. "That's your grandfather. Thomas Castellano. Same unit as Frank. Frank held him when he died in Belgium, 1944. Your grandfather's last words were about family. Frank kept that promise, sent your grandmother cards for 40 years. Never signed his name, just wrote, 'A grateful friend.'" Jake's phone fell, screen shattering. He sobbed. Marcus laid out terms. 200 hours at the Veteran Center. Learn every veteran's name. Hear their stories. Jake nodded desperately. "I promise." Doc stepped forward. "Your video auto-uploaded. 500,000 views. You're on national news tonight." Marcus gave Jake a choice. Hide or change, own it. Show the work. The bikers formed a line before Frank. One by one, each stated name, rank, branch, and saluted. "Sir, thank you for your service." Frank returned each salute, posture straightening. Karen held an American flag behind him. The diner rose, applauding. Marcus knelt beside Frank. "We ride every Saturday. We'd be honored if you'd join us. No veteran stands alone." Frank laughed, actually laughed, for the first time in years. "I'd like that very much." 6 months later, Frank rides with the Iron Guardians every Saturday. Jake completed 400 hours, enrolled in social work, posts videos honoring veterans. Every Saturday they meet at Lou's first. Jake calls Frank Gramps. Frank calls him grandson. One moment of grace created family where there was none. The photograph in Marcus's garage shows Frank centered, medals polished, Jake beside him, the Iron Guardians saluting behind. At the bottom, in Frank's handwriting, "No veteran stands alone."